Anatsi'piiksaakii, Kaa'ahsinnoon. My English name is Betty Ann Little Wolf, formerly Crowshoe. My native name was gifted to me at birth by my great aunt, and it's Anatsi'piiksaakii, pretty bird. Sometimes as survivors of trauma, we forget about the root of our survival. My root of survival were my ancestors' beliefs, and all you young people that are furthering your education. You see, I did not have that. At 6 years old, my life was sadly and rudely interrupted by the federal boarding schools for Native children. For 16 years or more, I suffered in silence by all that hurt. After spending 10 years, I aged out of the boarding school. I received a paper saying that I had completed grade 8 and now I was going on to grade 9. I was accepted into the provincial school in Pincher Creek, found out I could not learn, and I started experiencing racial prejudice there, and I started running away from school. My parents brought me back. They were told by the principal that I was not grade 9. I was equivalent to grade 3. I rebelled against my parents again, this time for putting me in a provincial school. Before that was rebelling because they put me in boarding school. Now it's this school. So I started rebelling again and running. My father did not give up on me. What he did was he made arrangements with a farmer friend in Granham, and they would room and board me, and I would attend a school in Granham, the high school. His wife was a retired school teacher, and she would be tutoring me. And we agreed to that, and then secretly I was thinking of, I'm not going to like this because it's a white home, and I'm going to run. But that didn't happen because of the support that she gave me. I eventually started working for an oil company. There, I found myself, my voice. Something that was taken from me when I was very young. I worked there for 17 years. Then another blow, another hurt. My first husband, who was non-native, was killed in an accident. So I left the city to go home for a month, just to visit for a month. When I got home after being away for 24 years, I was gone then. And I didn't think I could survive on the reserve because of living in the city and working for this oil company. I didn't think that I would survive. But eventually, I reconnected with some old friends, and one of them was Morris. I didn't return to the oil company. I decided to stay home, and I was starting to find my roots, my identity, coming back through our belief systems. So eventually finding another job was working for Child and Family. And at that time, Morris and I had been married. We were married shortly after I came home. He was now a member of the RCMP. They were apprehending the children. We were finding homes for them. That was a hurt. I didn't like that, so I left. But we were blessed with a little baby. And her name is Hadija. I found a job at the school in Fort Macleod. That job was something that I really enjoyed because now I'm working for young adults. I never had a childhood life. I never had the life that these young people had. And so that's where my healing really started, with the young people. My story is my story. You hear many stories of survivors, but this story that I have of my story, thinking back now, it had a lot to do with the young people. And when I said previously that I didn't have the life that they had. I didn't have a childhood. All that came into play, and then on top of that is our elders. I had one mentor after my mother passed away. I had one mentor that was such a beautiful lady. Anything I wanted to know, anything I wanted to ask, I was not afraid to ask her. That's what I wish for our young people to do, is to find somebody that they truly trust and understand. I grew so much in those years that I give this honor to her. That is where I learned to forgive, was through this lady. It was beyond my dad's control to take me to this school. It was beyond their control of all the hurts that I'd gone through. And like she said, you survived. There's a reason why you survived, so that you can carry this message to the next young person that is suffering. As the truth of history unfolds, the truth of healing is evident. In summation, I would like to add that you students had a big part in my receiving this honor. Truly, by contributing to your education and furthering it. I wish you all the successes in life from my heart. And as elders, we always say, you are not far from thought and prayer. Love was severed at a very young age. I thought was severed, but it wasn't. It comes back. And I'd like to leave you all with something that I didn't have for many, many years, and that was hearing the word, I love you. I'd like to leave you with Kitsikako mi mokpua. I love you all. Thank you.